Bonsoir tout le monde, bienvenue tout le monde. C'est le coup d'envoi officiel de cette émission. À nos studios ici depuis Long Island, New York, il est 9h, 9h01 et c'est Téléimage qui pénètre votre demeure. Quel que soit côté nous, Téléimage montez sous téléphone, nous, sous écran télévision, sous gros écran télévision, soit regardez nous sur page YouTube. Il y a des gens qui l'ouvrent page, qui l'ouvrent quoi, même sur YouTube, il y a regardé l'émission ça. Merci pour ça, n'a salué moun sa yo. Et sous branché dans la zone métropolitaine de New York, là, on connaît émission ça, son émission télévision liée tout. C'est vrai, il n'est pas en direct dans le moment. Mais on connaît quoi regarder nous sur Verizon, Fire TV, Cable Vision et l'autre côté que l'émission a passé sous écran télévision. Donc encore une fois, bienvenue tout le monde. Souhaitez que nous te passons une bonne semaine. Qui vient semaine dans tes souhaitons que semaine dans tes en forme pour tout le monde. Il est important pour nous checker sur tout le monde parce qu'il y a des gens qui peut-être dans semaine là, il y a des gens qui perdent du job dans semaine là. Il y a des gens qui sont malades. Nous ne pas souhaiter ça, nous souhaitons tout le monde qui est branché dans ce moment là, et bien l'émission ça rejoint nous en forme, en pleine et du forme, en pleine forme surtout et certainement avec la santé. On allait pour nous saluer de tout le monde qui branché déjà. Merci pour ça. Et en pilant, nous commençons à brancher. Merci parce que nous prenons un sujet à cœur. C'est un sujet qui intéresse tout le monde, tout haïtien. Alors, on va branché dans le moment parce que, apparemment, actualité a. Pas apparemment, évidemment, actualité assez saliée. C'est une question de Bwa Kale. Déjà, une question qui est intéressante. Bon, écoutez, nous allons regarder pour nous. Edouard Émile, nous saluons Edouard Émile. Edouard Émile dit, Valérie traduit expression Bwa Kale en anglais ou bien en français. C'est vrai, c'est moi appris, mais sérieux, qui ont traduit expression ça. Son expression. Et c'est ça que belle dans le créole là. Créole là, son langue qui est très dynamique, il évolue avec le temps, il évolue avec émotion peuple, émotion nation, ça qui parle il évolue avec histoire nous tout. Dans l'époque, c'était des choucailles, bien que les choucailles là sont bons mots créoles liés. Et nous joignent plusieurs. Et voilà que, bon, si nous voulons entrer dans la même logique là, tout, un mot qui entre dans créole, nous, dans le dictionnaire même, son mot qui, c'est d'ailleurs, son expression, il vient nos noms, il vient nos mots, il y aurait le père le bois, il parlait de père le bois, tout le monde connaît ça lié. Bwa Kale, il n'est pas nouveau, mais il est nouveau dans le moment, dans la conjoncture actuelle là. C'est une expression, une terminologie qui s'est aussi émergée et qui, je veux dire, c'est de lui tout le monde a parlé. Bwa Kale dans tout sens. Et m'a regardé, je dis encore une fois, une conversation m'a bien avec le monde, on a parlé d'un bagaille, juste pour l'exprimer en façon, alors, l'exprimer, façon de joindre pour l'exprimer, pour l'expliquer ça qui a passé à, dans le moment, sans que le pas rien pour lui avec l'actualité pays à, on a utilisé le terme Bwa Kale à tout. C'est pour montrer qu'il genre, créole très dynamique, son langue a évolué. Et expression a entré dans la langue. C'est vrai, mot Bwa Kale en tant que tel, en tant que si n'a pas les bons créoles rec là, c'est vrai, si il y a des gens qui ont petit l'esprit en relève comme ça, ils ont pensé que le péjoratif, ils ont prendre même dans ce sens et peut-être chargé déranger. Mais qui ça lié, qui ça moi veut dire. Nous même quand on live là, bah nous une petite définition. Voilà, Michel Sano. Michel, you terrible. Bonsoir Michel. Michel qui est en Floride, qui est en joindre et traduction Bwa Kale. On allait, c'est grand monde qui là, on parlait, puisque à l'heure ça, c'est grand monde qui a regardé l'émission quand même. Non, Valério, Bwa Kale avait dit, péni épluché. Ok, d'accord, on a venu. C'est comme ça, well, mais c'est pas ça vraiment. Parce que pas oublier des mouvements, des expressions, mouvement, et mouvement qui s'allient. Son mouvement de revendication, il y a des gens qui dit révolution, je ne vais pas juste ça. Mais son mouvement de revendication, son mouvement de rétaliation, je vais chercher mon oui là. En tout cas, son mouvement que lié. Nous allons parler de ça. On va parler de ça. OK. On allait, parce que nous avons deux invités, nous avons supposé là aujourd'hui. Invités, c'est des Haïtiens, oui, des Haïtiens à part entière. Sinon, est que yo pas semblé Haïtien, qu'on est que c'est Haïtien. Nous avons deux blancs là comme invités. Nous avons une que nous habitués avec dans l'émission ça, Zeke, que pile nous connaît déjà. Nous saluons le tas de notre commencement d'émission, il va retourner ensemble avec nous. Là, c'est le moment pour moi de saluer nos messieurs dames qui branchaient Téléimage. Bonsoir Marc-Eddy Pierre qui est branché de l'autre côté, qui est même dans la zone Californie, l'ingénieur Alex Jecois, il est même tout. Ah ben oui, je souris parce que nous avons cherché un faux exercice ensemble pendant que nous regardons ça m'a fait là, moi pendant que nous regardons l'émission, regardez dans même là, c'est partager, m'a partagé votre transmission. Parce que il y a des gens qui toujours courir des dit Valério, ou pas vous est link là-bas moi. Send me the link. Come on, you know it by now. We live every Sunday at 9 p.m. On allait donc essayez ouais qui jeune qu'a défini Dominique, Valentin, docteur Dominique Valentin. Yo qu'on prend une branche bois et puis yo dit allez caler, removing the leaves so they can beat you. Voilà, Dominique, right on point. Finalement, je me fais camper, je me fais poser là, parce que là, moun ça a mérité un coup de bravo. Finalement, je vois un monde qui commence à rentrer dans ce sens expression. Bravo Dominique et docteur Dominique Valentin qui fait nous connaître que c'est ça. Il y a caler bois pour moi pour me caler ti moun nan. Parce que bois, enfin, son branche bois nous dit, il va le racher un morceau de bois pour battre ti moun nan qui fait des ordres. Faut le caler parce qu'il y a une branche, pas qu'à battre à toute branche, d'ailleurs moun nan qui beaucoup de bois et la difficile pour lui. Donc il va caler bois pour battre tout. Voilà, je pense que Dominique fait point oui là. Docteur Valentin, bravo. On a allé pour nous. OK, Bwa Kale, paix le boin, peut-être une connotation de paix le boin là-dedans. Nous allons venir sur ça. Nous allons venir sur ça parce que là, tout forme tout, bah, nous paramètres émission ça. Émission ça que nous connaissons d'habitude, sont émissions de gens de bien que vous êtes d'ailleurs. Sont émissions, nous pas prêts forcément et vous faire la leçon, mais c'est que nous connaissons qui gens pour nous connaissons déjà qui gens pour nous comporter nous. Pas de promotion à la violence, pardon. Pas une question de promoter violence, pas une question de promoter dibara qui pas correct, partager information qui pas vérifiée, on va essayer dans le plus que possible bah nous ou du moins partager même le n'a fait, même là c'est pas information n'a bail non, mais on va essayer correct dans tout ça n'a fait. Donc on allez, nous café, vous êtes des gens de bien, monde qui habitué à regarder l'émission, c'est des monde de bien nous. Donc on allez avec respect une pour l'autre, on regarder pour nous avec esprit clair, lucide. Rester avec esprit nous propre, on essaie pour fois, font un petit débat ensemble avec nous là avant de commencer, m'attendre notre invité à monter et pour nous essayer de définir Bwa Kale. OK. Meilleure définition, amis, ça gaillé. OK, vous écrivez dans bas live là, pourquoi pas? Écrivez on a parlé. Gaillé caca bandit. OK. Oui, c'est une triste scène, cette scène de Bwa Kale, justement. Il y a l'autre aspect là-dedans qui est un petit genre qui est très délicat, nous allons parler de ça. Nous allons essayer de parler de ça. OK. En tout cas, amis internautes, vous êtes là. Si vous êtes là, je pense que c'est bien de commencer à partager cette retransmission qui commence bien. En aller. Podium des jeunes, bonsoir, Podium des jeunes. Puis le monde m'a voulu saluer pendant qu'on a commencé là. Gérard Jean-Louis, qui nous regarde depuis Connecticut. Bonsoir Gérard. Et on salue Nadine Picot. Bonsoir Nadine Picot. Mohamed Medina, c'est où que tu vas causer ça, Mohamed? Bébéto, Bois Cap, fait retirer. Bon, pas comprendre vraiment, Bébéto, bon, enfin. Puis le message, je ne pas comprendre. On essaie encore. On prend on essaie deux autres définitions de Bwa Kale dans mes amis avant d'entrer dans posant pour entrer avec invité 1. Carole Richard, nous saluons. Bwa Kale, c'est une expression classique qui remplaçait paix le moins. Oui et non. Et ça, c'est l'ingénieur Alex, je crois, que nous avons salué. Oui et non, parce que paix le moins en tant que tel, et bon, on entre dans le contexte, ça. On entre parce que bien que c'est des mots, c'est malheureusement, on a parlé de bagages qui ne sont pas trop positifs. C'est des vibrations négatives, quand même. Paix le moins qui s'allie, et paix le moins, nous connaissons ça que côté paix le moins sorti, je ne vais pas faire le tour long. Historique paix le moins, c'est paix le moins, oui, paix atterrir le moins. D'après ça, on dit, monsieur des gros business caoutchouc. Et c'est pas seulement le léchage au caoutchouc, c'est pas seulement Haïti qui fait. Nous, dans plusieurs pays, c'est pas noir, c'est pas black, it's not a black thing. C'est tout côté que on groupe monde, une société, un groupe, un peuple, on nous y a révolté, a dit non en bagaille. Ils cherchaient ça en bas mer. Donc ils joignent caoutchouc. Et caoutchouc, c'est lui, justement, qui vient gagner, c'est lui qui est peut-être paie le bois. Ça, c'est paie le bois. OK, Mackinson Pierre, Bwa Kale veut dire justice peuple là. OK, l'autre définition peut-être. Oui, qui a entré là-dedans. Nous avons parlé de étymologie. Bon, pas même entrer dans l'étymologie, moi, puisque c'est créole là qui dynamique à évoluer. OK, Danny is here with us too. OK, good. Alors, invité là, nous prenons une idée de qui est sur eux. Et puis, nous allons commencer l'émission. Bon, je pense que nous là, nous partageons assez. Let me continue with the sharing. Do the same. On a les messieurs, dames. D'accord. Divenson Louis, bonsoir. Bayo ça mérité. Oui, son expression est l'expression de l'ancien président Jean-Bertrand Aristide. On allait, on prend la pause et on revient tout de suite. Au-delà de la pause, nous allons présenter nos invités. D'ailleurs, d'abord saluer deux frères haïtiens sayo, Zeke Petrie, et nous joignent Danny Shaw, qui l'a soirée. Danny, nous comptons ouais vidéo. Yes. Bon bagay. Donc vidéo là, émission par là pour nous commencer, on allait. Bwa Kale retirer bandit dans la société. Ok, on va tourner sur ça. La pause. Au-delà de la pause, on va vous présenter les invités et puis on va entrer dans le débat.
De nous la bienvenue dans la citadelle La Ferrière. Donc la citadelle n'est pas conçue sur fondation, la citadelle a été conçue sur du roc, des pierres. Gros ça regarder là, c'est un exemplaire. Ça va dire c'est mode côté citadelle a construit. Alors tombeau ça, c'était le tombeau d'un beau-frère du roi Christophe. C'était le frère de la reine qui s'appelait Prince Noël. Il estimé environ 20 000 ouvriers qui travaillé pendant la construction de la citadelle. D'après les on dit, il dit qu'il y a 10 000 qui étaient morts par travaux forcés parce que le travail était très dur, était très pénible.
Encore une fois, Téléimage qui journée aujourd'hui à présenter une émission. Émission, on nous dit spéciale. On nous dit spéciale parce que nous avons un sujet, nous avons un thème que nous avons essayé de débattre. Et thème, sujet, c'est justement, si nous regardons en les têtes live là, les nouveaux et les nous partager justement aux transmissions, ça, les nous partager live là, eh bien, il dit justement que thème, journée aujourd'hui, c'est Bwa Kale. C'est un mouvement qui côté le sorti, qui côté le pralé, et ensemble avec nous, pour nous discuter de thématiques, ça, si vous voulez, de nous-mêmes carrément nos phénomènes, au mouvement justement qu'a fait dans le pays. Nous avons deux des Haïtiens étrangers. Nous allons le présenter encore une fois. Et pour me présenter nos moun sa yo, d'abord, premier moun pour me présenter nous de façon correcte, nous habitués ensemble avec, c'est vrai, une émission ça, nous connaissons déjà. C'est 11 ans émission, c'est un blanc. Mais les blancs pas nous, blancs haïtiens ça, nous allons le présenter au lit, il va l'entrer de jeu. Et nous allons expliquer pour qui ça, c'est deux mondes que nous gagnons sur le plateau Téléimage aujourd'hui pour nous parler de Bwa Kale, qui sont mouvements purement haïtiens, c'est Haïti, c'est monde en Haïti sous béton, qui justement commence ce mouvement, en nous bail crédit, pourquoi pas, à communauté canapé vers ça, qui, au matin, qui dit au bouquet, au fatigué, avec question bandit, kidnappeur, et au mettez, yo rentré dans le mouvement Bwa Kale. Alors, premier invité nous, mais qui est lié?
Where I claimed in my book to have become more intimate with the Haitians than any white person in the history of the country. I talk like that when
Zeke of Haiti. Zeke Petrie, c'est un haïtien blanc, ou blanc haïtien, c'est une vérité comme ça. Nous sommes regardés l'introduction ça, qui présente au personnage, qui est lié. Il était passé déjà dans l'émission, il était fait d'ailleurs un hit dans l'émission ça. On précisait que il écrit un livre, et c'est le livre, ça justement, tu as parlé tout à l'heure là, un livre côté que la pour relater et vili. Et expérience que tu as fait en Haïti pendant l'adolescence, l'État vive dans ghetto en Haïti, et plus précisément, l'État vive à l'époque dans Cité Soleil, l'icône Village de Dieu, l'icône presque tout quartier en Haïti, ça y est les ghetto qui jouent aujourd'hui, et ben bandits envahi ghetto, c'est chef gang qui est dans ghetto, mais livre et Zeke Petrie, un livre que justement nous-mêmes, auditoire téléimageant, tu as chance de découvrir quand nous cacheté livre ça. Et dans le livre ça, il parle en pile causé, il fait prison en Haïti, oui, il était dans le pénitencier, en fait son monde qui compte pays et il est marié avec un Haïtien. Ça c'est le premier invité nous. Deuxième invité nous allons faire une petite présentation rapidement pour lui, nous allons aller une après l'autre avec invité yo. Deuxième invité, mais qui est lié, nous allons et I'm sure Danny you're going to be surprised while we were exchanging today. Bizarrement, son vidéo qui a circulé, that video is viral on WhatsApp. Everybody's sharing that video because they find this interesting. A white dude on his motorcycle, I mean, with, of course, avec un chauffeur qui a conduit pour lui. Et puis, monsieur a parlé dans la rue, par contre, si c'est pas au Prince, mais en Haïti, il est dans la rue, dans ce moment-là, côté pays en chaud, blanc prend la rue, blanc dans le mouvement Bwa Kale. On regarde qui est lié.
Ariel Henry, qui ça va faire pour le peuple là, qui ça va faire pour Haïti. Même si avec Martelly, wap van terre Haïti pour blanc yo, si on tire sous blanc ou pas faire rien pour payer à suite. Le peuple pas qu'à vivre dans Haïti. Pas jouer sécurité, pas jouer travail. Tout ça y a besoin. Y a quitté Haïti. C'est yo parti déjà. C'est ça peuple là, tu connais get married, tu connais get maman. Bon fun, tout Haïti pour blanc yo, pour blanc yo, pour occuper Haïti encore.
Nous avons des gros mots blanc dit. Blanc pas jouer, non? Okay, we're going to get them both on the screen, but let's start first with our first guest. Qui est bonsoir, monsieur et madame Dupiton. Bonsoir, Dupiton Jimmy. Qui est monsieur? Nous allons parler ensemble avec vous, qui est lié. Il y a plein de monde qui a posé des questions sur l'invité. On commence d'abord. Let's start with our first guest, and we'll bring them both together. They'll be on our virtual set, but let's start with our friend here, Zeke Petrie. Zeke, how are you? Zeke?
Brother, I'm alive, and let me start by saying I'd like to speak some English in the beginning because I have a lot of people around the world tuning in right now, and they always get discouraged. They say, Zeke, if you're not speaking English, I'm not going to watch. So,
right. That's right. Good for us. That's fine.
Yeah,
that's fine. So let's go.
Anseriye. So you're asking about Bwa Kale. What does that mean? So in English, for those that are watching around the world, Bwa Kale means a dick in your ass. That's what it means. Basically, that's what it's saying. And
that's what it means.
Vulgar and it's rude.
No, seriously.
As far as I know.
As far as you know. Okay, let's go. Go ahead.
Yes. So, that movement has started, of course, and I have mixed feelings about it because, they're going around rounding up gang members, and that's great. That's great. But at the same time, how Haitians will profit off that. And Haitians will go after people they have a problem with. Say they don't like a person, or that person may owe them money, and they'll use this opportunity to be violent towards people who aren't in gangs. And so I have a problem with that. And let's say
already we have what we call collateral damages. Other people get victimized because of that.
Exactly. But this is what's going to happen. This movement will go like this, and the people will, they'll be going around with the police, rounding up bandits, right? But unless they go after the big bandits, the bandits wearing vests, unless they go after the oligarchs, unless they go after the Haitian politicians, because they can kill all the gang members, but the ones that are still there, the folks I just mentioned, they're going to still be there, and there'll be a new generation of kids that they'll do the same thing with. So there needs to be a conviction. This is why when Jimmy Cherizier put together, was all for it in the beginning, okay? I was all for that because I thought What a beautiful thing. Basically, in my life in Haiti, I wanted to do that same thing, and I failed miserably by bringing the gangs together to fight against the ones that use and abuse them. Right? That's what I wanted to see. Unfortunately, in Haiti, the shit don't work that way. You can't trust most of these guys. They grow up in a brutal environment, and it's kill or be killed, eat or be eaten. And once you get in the gang as a young man, you get in there for survival, but there's no leaving. You can't leave a gang in Haiti. Once you're in, you can't leave. If you try to leave, they'll kill you. So it's a really messed up situation for youngsters in Haiti in the ghetto, and there's a lot of ghettos. So the G9 and the families and allies that Jimmy put together, I thought it was a great thing. And let me say this, because everyone that knows me, knows my life, they know my dear affection, my great affection I have for Jimmy Barbecue Cherizier. I love Jimmy.
Okay.
And it was the Haitian state.
What are we doing? So, Zeke, put it on the context. Yeah. Some people might not know. Put it in the context. They have to understand that you lived in Haiti. You were in Cité Soleil for many years. Give us a little bit of that as well.
Okay, so I was in Haiti a long time, and I basically stayed in the ghetto neighborhoods. And fast forwarding, I was arrested being involved in a march with the old Haitian military that were moving to come back and to be restabilized because, of course, President Aristide and the Clinton administration did away with the Haitian military. And I was totally against that. And because they did that, Haiti's in the current state it is now. Every country needs a military. Why on earth would the Haitians ever agree? A proud country like Haiti, who was the first black country in the world with their independence, why would a country like this let foreigners say, no, you can't have a military? That should have never happened. That was one of the biggest things President Aristide did to hurt his country. You can't do that. You can't not have a military to be able to protect your borders, your people. And in Haiti, now, when a guy like Jimmy Cherizier, who was sacrificed by the state, it's important to know, Jimmy worked as a police officer for the state, and he was good. He was a leader. And they needed a fall guy. They needed a scapegoat. They needed somebody they could sell out. So this is what they did to Jimmy, especially a guy like Pierre Esperance, who started telling all these lies and fables about Jimmy to get the international community against him. And interestingly enough, you know how they say karma, Valerio. Here 2 weeks ago, Pierre Esperance, the guy who basically fed Jimmy to the lions, to the international community, the Dominican Republic put him on a list that he is forbidden and banned to enter the Dominican territory. Now, why is that? People have to be serious when they talk about these things because, listen, I love Jimmy. I love him, and I'll always have his back. I'll stand with him because he's one of the most proud Haitians that I've ever met in my life.
Even though Zeke, even though he's considered a bandit, the international community has put sanctions against him. He's known of killing people in the part of Port-au-Prince. I mean, let's be serious. You're talking about Jimmy Cherizier. Now, remember, there's a movement of Bwa Kale. So the tendency is also going toward all these guys that are armed in Haiti and that are going around and killing people. Jimmy Cherizier is not one of them. You're still defending Jimmy, I see.
I'm still defending Jimmy Cherizier, but I'm not defending the G9 anymore. Valerio, Haiti has given to me everything I love in this life. You know? But they've also taken a lot from me too. And here recently, Andre Iska in Belikou, him and his men killed one of my closest brothers in Haiti, Mackinson Saint Flair. Everybody in Haiti knows him as Jaja Vampi Cité Soleil. Okay? What they did to Jaja, they savagely killed him, savagely murdered him. Scalped him. Took his teeth.
Was he a gang member? Was he into gangs? Was he with?
No.
Was he with Jimmy? Gang members?
No. Jaja was always caught in between things like T. Gabriel. T. Gabriel wanted Jaja to be with him, but Jaja wouldn't be with him. He would say no. And Everybody loved Ja. Everybody. Haitian musical artists would ask Ja to be in their videos. When I was in prison with him, he was loved by everybody, including the guards in the national penitentiary. Jaja was loved by the masses. But in Haiti, people hate on you. You know how black folks. I did a podcast earlier today, and I was talking about race relations and how black people on this planet have a tough enough time with racism from whites. But black people all over the world, especially in Haiti, hate on each other. They hate on each other. There's always backbiting and jealousy and backstabbing. And in Haiti, in the ghettos, you have to choose a team. Jaja didn't want to choose to be on anybody's team. He was doing his own thing. He just wanted to live his life. Now, so if the guys in Bellicool hear rumors that Jaja's got something going on with Gabriel, then they're going to have a problem with him. And then they're going to try to hurt him, which they did. So Jimmy doesn't associate with people who kidnap, who kill, right? The G9 family and allies, from the beginning when it was created, Jimmy, he moved away from a lot of those guys because they weren't about a revolution. They were about themselves.
A quick question. I'm asking you. You speak
Sure.
to him. He's, you defending him. He's your friend in a sense. Why doesn't he put down his arms? Why does it? I don't understand the logical behind it. He's still armed, heavily armed, with the G9. So he's part of this coalition of gangs, the same gangs, and we're going to come to them. And today, let me tell you, I'm going to ask you and the other guests to help me out. We're going to call the gang members by their real name. I'm glad that you're talking about Jaja, you're telling his name. We're going to call Izo by his real name. Izo, his name is André Johnson. L'homme Chanzou, c'est Joseph Wilson. So let's talk. Let's be serious about it, because the movement is there. The Bwa Kale means people are tired of it. They have enough of it, including Jimmy Cherizier himself, with guns going around. And what do you have to respond to that? People are tired of these guys.
Jimmy was a proud member of the Haitian National Police, and he was good at his job, and people loved him. I told you the Haitian state sacrificed him. They sacrificed him because they needed a scapegoat. Pierre Esperance spread lies after lies after lies concerning Jimmy. Jimmy's backed in a corner at that point because he's living in Haiti, and it's dog eat dog. On every corner of this globe, they want Jimmy gone. As you could notice that they would always just talk about Jimmy. The United States put sanctions on Jimmy. You'd never hear them talk about any of the other gang members. It was just always Jimmy. Because those powers that be,
other gang members are now being sanctioned by the international community
in
now.
France, the United Nations, the OAS, they all know Jimmy was a good thing for Haiti because he was uniting people. Jimmy's not responsible for what other guys do. Jimmy uses guns with the guys close to him to protect his life. Valerio, there's so many people that want him dead for whatever reason. He's not going to just put his guns down. Right? So
I understand.
I want to tell you this. I support
nevertheless,
Jimmy
he's the head of the G9. Nevertheless, he's the head of the G9.
Yes.
Hear my argument now. G9 is a group of gangs surrounding the capital of Haiti.
Yes.
Such as Izo, Tilapui, Chrysla, right? They're part of G9. So tell me something.
No, they're not
Jimmy is the
anymore.
head of these guys.
Jimmy moved away from them. Jimmy hasn't associated with those guys for a long time now. Yes, because they were involved in kidnapping and killing and torturing and those type of things. So Jimmy hasn't been associated with those guys for a good long time now. My problem with the G9, of course, is that I can't support the G9 anymore. Support Jimmy as my brother, but I can't support the G9 anymore after what Iska's guys did to Jaja. I just can't do it. I can't be a part of that. I can't do that. But I love Jimmy.
All right.
And if Jimmy was really that bad, the people would have already eaten him alive. The people, the G9 was gonna.
Maybe he's well connected. There are rumors that he works for the government in place. He has people that are protecting him, it seems. Rumors. Let's not stay on that. Let's come back, though. Let's bring it back. I want to bring it back to the Bwa Kale. And mind you, Danny is here, too. Danny Danny son professeur à l'université. Nous avons plugé petit créole pour moun yo k'ap gade tout, but we're going to do that in a minute. And I want to stay with the Bwa Kale. And before I go to Danny, have you met while you were in Haiti, living in Haiti, and going around, you lived in the ghettos? Have you ever encountered this gentleman, well, I'm not calling him a gentleman, this bandit, André Johnson, alias Izo, Joseph Wilson, l'amour sans jour, Chéri Chrisois, Chrysla, Vitem, l'homme innocent, Tilapli, what's his real name? We got to get their real name. Today we're going to call them by their name. Did you ever encounter these guys? Do you know about them? Have you seen them while you were in Haiti?
These guys like Izo and these guys, they're all a lot younger than me. Can you hear me?
Yeah, they seem very young.
Yeah,
we hear you. We hear you very well.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, these guys are younger than me. But I did for a while communicate with Tilapli on WhatsApp, and I talked to him, and I was kind of I can't talk about why I was talking to him because I was doing it as a favor to somebody in the United States who had a lot to do with helping me get out of prison in Haiti. But Tilapli's guys evidently had kidnapped somebody close to them, and they wanted me to talk to him and try to have the person released. So I reached out to him, and I'm talking to him as a man. And Tilapli said, I got on him, and he got mad.
Were you able to help?
The individual ended up getting released, yes, but Tilapli told me, he said, Zeke, yo, this is a different Haiti. This ain't the Haiti you left in 2012. He said things are different. And then he kind of disappeared because at that point, he didn't know how close I was to Jimmy. And at that point, you know, him and Jimmy, they were separating. And so he wasn't happy with the fact, and then he just disappeared on WhatsApp. I never heard from him after that.
Okay. Do you mind, what is his real name? Back when Simona Balay raconte vrai nom Tilapli. We call him Tilapli, but today we're going to change the dynamic of things. We're going to call him by his name. So we need to know their names, their family names, because these are young guys in Haiti that have families. They have kids, moms, aunts, and uncles. What are their names? Tilapli. Qui non Tilapli? Vrai nom.
Well, vrai nom Tilapli, I don't know it. I don't know it because I wasn't close to him in Haiti, right? I had talked to him about the time I was in prison with Arnel Joseph. You remember when I was the big gang leader?
Oh yes, okay.
You know, recently, and then he was killed. But yeah, no, Tilapli's real name, I don't know it. But unless the oligarchs and the politicians and the private sector, the businessmen, and all these guys that provide these young men in the ghettos guns, nothing will ever change.
Okay, you agree with me too? Those gang members, they also, as much as the oligarch or whoever is providing them those weapons, they are responsible as well. They've done a lot to the country, and Haiti is tired, as you can see. The country is tired. That's where we're going to bring Danny Shaw. Danny Shaw is a professor at the university. Danny Shaw was in Haiti recently. He's somewhere. We're not going to say where he's at, but Danny's here. Let's bring Danny. But I'd like us to stay on the movement, the Bwa Kale. Let's hear Danny on his perspective of Bwa Kale. Danny, you with us here. Danny, welcome, Danny.
What's up, Dan?
What's your take on that?
Bonsoir, Valerio. Ça qu'a fait cousin moi Zeke de Haïti. Et bonsoir, peuple haïtien. Donc, c'est pour nous-mêmes qui langue m'a parlé. On a commencé avec créole, puis on a parlé anglais. Ça dépend. Et premièrement, moi, je suis un professeur à la City University of New York in New York City.
And d'abord, enranger micro là, Danny. The mic is making some noise. Maybe let's fix it, or if you can speak closer to the mic. I don't know if you're speaking directly to the mic. It's coming up like you're speaking on your device. But let's go back. Let's try again. Yes. Nkatando. Yes, Nkatando.
Yeah. Donc, moi t'ai quitté Haïti, ça gagne 3 jours. Moi t'ai dans département Nord. M'a salé peuple haïtien, m'a salé Valerio, m'a salé frère Zeke. Moi respecter Zeke en pile, me senti que Zeke gon principe, gen un idéal pour tout aider tout le monde, c'est pas seulement peuple haïtien. Donc mouvement Bwa Kale, ça veut dire il a raché avec machette avec n'importe bagaille, peuple là yo fatigué, yo bouqué avec gang yo. Nous te wè ça dans canapé vert, peuple a fait barricade. Yo vle protéger quartier pa yo pas vle ki gang sa yo, qui c'est gang terroriste, qui yo grandi, ça veut dire peuple là, ça c'est en face pour yo faire self-defense, auto-défense, mais ça
où t'es là à nous dire les mouvements Bwa Kale a commencé dans canapé vert, ou t'as Haïti le ça?
Moi j'étais Haïti, mais oui, moi j'étais jambé frontière là jeudi, ça gagne 3 jours. Moi j'étais jambé frontière là sur Wanamet avec Dahabon. Kounya moi dans frontière dans République Dominicaine.
Ok, très bien. Dis-nous qui j'en vivent moment ça, le peuple là, nous dit peuple, la population, nous dit peuple souverain dans zone canapé vert, yo décidé jou ça, yo pas prendre encore, yo réagi, j'ont réagi. Donc mouvement Bwa Kale a commencé. Qui j'ont été vivre, qui j'ont ça en Haïti, ou t'es sous place.
Donc, yo pas de boule. En Haïti, yo qu'on parler des gangsters qui gagnent cravate avec gangsters qui gagnent sandales de l'eau. Ça veut dire boulos, appel, Brandt, Ariel Henry. Moussa yo vous connaissez Haïti, de l'eau na rivière, yo pas senti douleur de l'eau en bas soleil. Ça veut dire pas bouler n'importe qui gangster malheureux, qui sont gangster à sapat de l'eau. Ge peuple a gen tout droit, yo fâché, yo fatigué, faut que yo vive, yo pas qu'à circuler dans Port-au-Prince. Mais moi j'ai information sur yo ka gen confusion, yo ka fait moi t'entendais te gagné yon excusez-moi expression ça, mais yon si kokobé, yon moun qui tête li pas bien. Yo te voye wad sou li, yo te pousse na, yo te metel di fe sou li. Ça veut dire gen moun innocent qui kon mori tout. Parce que ou connaît qu'il ti haïtien, après gen yon ti zin, tout moun a couru, gen 100 moun, gen 1000 moun. M'pa kwe qui nous ka di ki chaque moun qui a attaqué vraiment c'est un gangster qui est responsable de toute situation là. Mais oui, m'a défend un mouvement Bwa Kale parce qu'il y a metté qui j'en dit, il y a bail na Bouddha.
Il y a revendiqué. Il y a revendiqué. Donc, je vais poser nos questions tous les deux. Zeke, you don't mind, we don't agree now. Je pose une question que. Je pose une question que Mouni a posée tout. Nous deux, comme, bon, nous disons en clair, nous deux, c'est deux blancs, nous haïtiens quand même, nous acceptons nous comme haïtiens. Nous d'accord, nous supportons le mouvement Bwa Kale. Est-ce que nous avons un mouvement Bwa Kale à ce moment-là? Je vais demander Zeke d'abord. Zeke, est-ce qu'on a un mouvement ou supporter le mouvement Bwa Kale? Est-ce qu'on l'a
Let me read this real quick. Let me read this real quick. I'm going to read it in English because I have people all over the world watching tonight. In this Bwa Kale movement, there is still hypocrisy amongst the Haitians. All the bandits and gang members that the people are gathering up and killing are little people in the bigger scheme of things. Unless the Haitian people go after the big bandits, the Haitian politicians, the oligarchs, the Haitian National Police that work together with the gangs, change will never happen in the country of Haiti. That's what I can say about the Bwa Kale movement.
And that's word for word what I said. That's word for word what I said. I agree with Zeke 1,000%. It's easy to go after, a lot of these gangsters in Cité Soleil and Delmacis and n'importe côté La Boule, they got a $500, $800 AK-47, but they don't have a patin pour yo manger. Yo grand goût, gangster en bas. Zeke called them the little people. I agree with him 100%. Burning a bunch of young gangsters who don't even have enough to eat at mid-Zeke. Qui ça y a fait là? Bwa Kale, c'est pour yo monter na pétion ville, pour yo chercher réunification. Vous comprenez ça, Abdou là?
Okay. Est-ce que nous deux, would you agree with me? Some people that are listening, non-Haitian and Haitian also, some Haitians will feel that both of you, even myself as well, even though it's not the case, we're promoting violence. Là, nous dit que Bwa Kale a fait monter Pétionville, c'est violence que vous promoter. What do you respond to that, Zeke?
Okay, let me. I was talking to a friend yesterday about this. Okay, so I'm going to read 2 short passages from the Bible, the Holy Bible. Okay, to respond to your question here. Deuteronomy 24:7. This is what it says: If a man is caught kidnapping any of his countrymen of the sons of Israel, and he deals with him violently or sells him, then that thief shall die. So you shall purge the evil from among you. That's Deuteronomy 24:7. Now I'm going to read Exodus 21:16. Okay? It says, and he who kidnaps a man, whether he sells him or he is found in his possession, shall surely be put to death. So that's in the Holy Scriptures when it's talking about people who kidnap. So, yeah, I mean, like Dessalines, back in his time, it was coupe tete boule kai. Now they're getting all their machetes. They're getting, their machetes and chasing after these gang members. I don't have a problem with that. I don't have a problem with that at all. As a matter of fact,
Okay.
Iska and his guys in Cité Soleil that did what they did to Jaja, I'd like to go krake kakasayo na dan yo kunya. And so they make.
Okay.
I'm so upset. Valerio, they made me cry. I'm a grown man. I laid my head down with killers in the National Penitentiary. I'm a grown man. These guys made me cry. They took my heart. They took my heart, Valerio. They took my heart.
Ouais.
And so I've sent message to Jimmy that I love you. I'll always stand with you. I'll always fight for you and with you. But I can't support the G9 any longer. I can't. And I won't.
Okay, you're not supporting G9, but you're supporting Bwa Kale in a sense. Let me hear Professor Danny Shaw. We're preaching violence here. You're promoting violence. You're saying go up to Pétionville and bring the Bwa Kale to Pétionville, and we know what Bwa Kale means for now. Danny.
I'm not promoting violence. All of Haitian history, 500 years, 5 centuries of French colonial domination, of U.S. neocolonialism has promoted violence in Haiti. Kibo tu zam sa yo soti. Mwen te fè un pile reportage nan port, nan nord, nan port de paix avec Oka. Tu zam sa yo. Haïti gen jade tabak, Haïti gen jade un pile mango, kokoye. Yo pa gen jade zam. Ça veut dire, gros Chris not vive là, na Florida, na États-Unis, avec all of the mass shootings. All of those guns are spilling over, and they're also killing Haitian lives. When I say that Pétionville gain quelques familles, yap kembe tout pouvoir, et puis faut Haïtien yo grand groupe, yo pas gen lumière, yo pas gen électricité, yo pas gen internet. That's violence. All I'm saying is, ki bo égalité pour peuple haïtien. I'm not the violent one. The colonizers and the neo-colonizers are the violent ones. I'm in the Dominican Republic right now on the border, and there's so many Haitians who they want to go back to Port-au-Prince. They can't go back home.
Correct.
So the people are going to organize themselves, like Malcolm X said, by any means necessary. And who controls these gangs? We have to look at the hierarchy.
Yeah, that's the question too. That's another question.
And Haïti c'est glissé parce qu'il y a une pile question faut nous poser. Where do the guns come from? Where are the police at? The police are corrupt too.
Okay.
The police are making a miserable salary. They don't want to sacrifice their lives going into the quartier populaire ghetto.
Right.
Nan rencontre nou, messieurs, nan vire ou nou nan peyi ya, surtout même, Danny, you've been going around and we see you on your motorcycle there. I'll ask you, I mean, you seem to be safe there and going like a Haitian in the country, going all around. Nan vire ou nou nan peyi ya, Danny Shaw, Professor Danny Shaw. You speak to them. You speak to those I'm not going to call them gangs, but the people that you speak to. Do they tell you, do you have any idea where the guns, the arms are coming from? Do you have an idea? Do they tell you? Do they tell you who gave it to them? Est-ce que vous qui est-ce qui pote zam yo ba yo nan quartier côté yo parce qu'on nan ghetto yo, nan tout ghetto yo. Qui côté d'après vous zam yo sorti, Danny?
M'a fait un pile d'investigation. Il n'a pas analysé companies like Colt, companies like Smith & Wesson. They overproduce weapons. The weapons are everywhere in the United States. Gen diaspora qui fait gros business. Nous connaissons que Haïti c'est un zilé avec République Dominicaine qui yo stratégique. It's a transshipment point. And guns are big business. What's the United States' #1 export? Who brought all the guns to Haiti from 1915 to 1934? If we're going to talk about kidnapping, who's been kidnapping Haitians for centuries? How many abducted Africans were forced to come to Haiti? They were kidnapped. How many times was Jean-Bertrand Aristide kidnapped? C'est blan yo qui te kidnappé yo. Ça veut dire nous connaissons, nous gagnons pile evidence. Nous gagnons pile preuve qui beau. On te fait un pile reportage dans département Grand Nord. In all of Haiti, there's one functioning Coast Guard boat. Ça veut dire l'État haïtien pas fonctionner. N'importe policier, pour qui ça yo vle mourir dans village dédié, pour côté yo te fait opération hier. Si on police a gagné n'importe 20 000 good par mois, par exemple. Oh, y a pris un risque avec la vie par yo pour yo mourir contre ISO, contre n'importe gang yo. Yo pas fou, non? Ça veut dire qu'il y a un pile corruption. Peuple a dit que police yo a travaillé avec gang yo tout. Nous pas qu'à confier avec police haïtienne.
Oui, il y a ça tout.
Il a fait.
Bon secteur de la police là qui corrompu, yo corrompu. Les gangs, les armes, gang, l'argent, évidemment, yo arrivé sous police yo. Zeke, même une idée, ban idée. Do you have any idea? Well, I mean, you connected with Haiti. You've lived there in the ghettos of Haiti. The weapons, the arms, where they come from?
Well, all those weapons are coming from the United States, and
but how do they get? They go there. They get there because the gangs don't have the money to buy them, do they?
Well, well, listen. All these gang members. Again, I'm excluding Jimmy from this conversation. Jimmy's my brother.
Okay, but why are you excluding Jimmy?
But what I'm
why are you excluding Jimmy? I got to tell you. Quickly,
Jimmy,
if I take this guy for instance, who's writing here, il dit que bon, mais ça thème ça, il dit que désolé, il dit que ou pas qu'à supporter Jimmy c'est plus gros et comme ta l'île textuellement, mais quand il y a monde qui pas à l'aise, confortable avec Jimmy, chef gang, chef G9 quand même au gang. Un chef gang qui fait kidnapping, si c'est pas lui-même, même monde qui monde qui travaille pour lui, fait kidnapping. Donc gain ça, qui ont adressé ça parce que par exemple monsieur ça qui dit que sous cap supporter Jimmy Cherizier ou pas pour payer ou pas pour Haïti. Jimmy is the most dangerous gangster in Haiti. And in my country, another one is saying so. You don't agree, guys?
Let me suggest to you.
I'll let you answer that.
Haitians en masse will believe anything they hear in that regard because Haitians en masse don't like gangs, right? That's great. They don't. Jimmy is not a gang member. Jimmy was a respected police officer, and the Haitian state sacrificed him, used him as a scapegoat, and put Pierre Esperance in charge of dirtying his name in the world with the international community. Kim Eve and Dan Cohen are two journalists that did a film about Jimmy. And in that, they dissect from start to finish what a guy like Pierre Esperance did to Jimmy. So, again, if you're ignorant about this stuff, you really can't talk about it. I'm not ignorant about it. I know. So, Jimmy is in a dogfight to save his own life. He's not going to put his guns down. I'm going to tell you that. But where I'm going to say, yes, the people are right, a lot of the G9, they're no good. And they can't be there any longer. Guys like Iska in the G9, guys like T. Gabriel in the GPEP, they can no longer be in Haiti any longer. The guys in Canaan, the Katsamauzo, Izo, Tilapli, all those guys, they can't be there any longer. And let me say this about Tilapli. Tilapli wasn't a bad guy. He wasn't a bad guy. Like, but he can't control his guys. The gang members at some point, they always lose control of the guys underneath them. You know why? Because they're not doing good. And when you're not doing good, you lose it all. So all these gang members in the end are going to be taken by the people in this Bwa Kale movement.
Okay.
I'm all on board with that. I'm all on board with that. But not the way they're going at it. When just today I got a video sent to me of them hacking up this young woman. Just hacked her all up with machetes. They're dragging her in the street. And I'm looking at that thinking, I wonder if that's not like her ex-ménage or her ex-boyfriend or husband who had a problem with her and maybe is just saying she was involved with gangs. There's a lot of collateral damage, Valerio, and it's going to happen, you know, and it's unfortunate. But you're dealing with a lot of ignorant people. A lot of these Haitians, and I'm going to say the mass of them, are ignorant. They're ignorant and they know not what they do. The gang members can't be there anymore. And I'm talking about the G9. The G9 can't be there anymore. But Jimmy Cherizier was only guilty of trying to protect himself and save himself from a government that sacrificed him. They sacrificed him like he was nothing. It was like Pat Tillman. When Pat Tillman was in the military and he was in, and they got a hold of his diaries and they said, this guy wants to leave the military and start speaking out against Afghanistan. The United States government had him killed. His own guys killed him. And it doesn't get enough, it doesn't get talked about enough.
I understand you. Now, let me hear Danny Shaw. What's your point about Jimmy?
Valerio,
let me hear Danny.
In Creole, you want me to speak in Creole or in English?
Hey, Danny's trying to get me to speak Creole, but I'm trying to stay the course with English because I have people all over the world.
What language, Valerio? What language you want me to speak?
Let's do the English, so Zeke's people can listen, and we'll go back on our Creole. But on the Jimmy Cherizier thing, what's your point here? What's your perspective? What do you say?
Valerio, everybody wants the bad guy. People want to simplify everything. And from the very jump, I heard a full-scale demonization and vilification, the same way they do to Vladimir Putin. But Vladimir Putin has the right to defend his country, his culture from NATO and the U.S. working through the Ukrainians. It's the same thing with Jimmy Cherizier. I'm not here to say Jimmy Cherizier is Jean-Jacques Dessalines in 2023, but there can be no question that what Zeke is saying and what Dan Cohen and Kim Ives is saying, there's a documentary, it's a 3-part trilogy in both languages, not Creole, avec Anglais. Everybody should watch it. Everybody should watch it critically. It's called L'Autre Vision, Another Vision. It'll take you through Delmasis. No question that Jimmy's receiving certain help from Jaspuayo, Polika by Manje, Pepla na Delma Amba. So I think to really understand Jimmy Cherizier and somebody like Iska, you know, Iska is a former physics teacher. Ligue en pile formation, li pas n'importe égaré, because you got some of these cats that are 100% gangster. They straight from the streets. They want to cut off heads. They want to kidnap it. I don't have the impression that Jimmy Cherizier, he has press conferences. He knows Haitian history. He has bon discours. So I think the true question is neither here nor here. Jimmy Cherizier, and I was with a Dominican, I did a debate on Dominican national television yesterday with General Rafael Percival. This is the head of Dominican intelligence. This is a Dominican Republic general. I'm going to try to translate it from Spanish to other languages. And the General Percival said the same thing, that Jimmy Cherizier cannot be reduced to a pure gangster. He has some elements of a Robin Hood. He has some elements of a warlord. And perhaps he has some elements of an opportunist. I don't think anyone is 100%, no one's innocent in a war, to go back to the Putin metaphor. So I have a very dialectical or contradictory way of analyzing these things. Everyone wants to say, Jimmy c'est un goéwo, Jimmy c'est un vagabond, Jimmy c'est un gangster. Peut-être, monsieur, it doesn't fit into a little simple definition. That's my understanding.
Despite the attacks,
Danny said something.
The killing that happened in Bel Air.
Danny said something interesting.
Zeke.
Danny said something interesting about Iska. Iska's a smart guy. And T. Gabriel's guys raped and killed his mother. And he hasn't forgiven anyone since. And that's what I'm saying. Like, there can be no change as long as any of these guys are still in place, because Iska and his guys, let me tell you guys a story. I've been in Haiti for 32 years. My whole life consumed by it. I have a good friend. He lives in the States now, but he was a former Haitian policeman. And he was a top dog at what he did. He was really good. And he told me, Zeke, I killed so many of these gangsters and bandits over the years that when I would come back to the States after a few weeks and a few months, I couldn't wait to go back to Haiti to kill some more. You're living in a dog-eat-dog society. The country, I don't know any place like the country of Haiti on planet Earth. Haitian men are proud, they have egos, and when you're a chief in Haiti, you do whatever the fuck you want. These guys, you'd be surprised how many Haitians from day to day that you see in the street are killers. You wouldn't even have any idea. And a lot of these Haitian policemen, they are killers. And they enjoy it, right? So this is what I'm saying. The whole population looks at these gang members in places like Cité Soleil and Village des Dieux and wherever the hell they live. And they throw all the heat on them. These kids are born and raised in these ghettos with no hope, with nothing. They have no fathers. So they join gangs and there's no way out of these places. And they have these oligarchs and politicians and police in higher places that have money that are corrupt, and they manipulate these kids. And back in the day when Aristide used to give them guns to defend La Valasse, to gérer bagay politique, you know, to handle his political situation.
So you say
these guys
okay.
They're taking too much of the blame. Again, nothing in Haiti is going to happen while these oligarchs and politicians are able to go free. And the Haitian people know where they live. So my problem with the mass of Haitians is they're a bunch of fucking Susu Restaveks. They're a bunch of Restaveks. The modern day Haitian is a Restavek. And li remen blanc, li bezen rete ak blanc, rete amba blanc. They love the white people, but they hate their own. They hate themselves. They hate their own countrymen, and it's never going to end until something changes that. So tonight, this is what I'm going to say. I'm going to tell all you diaspora around the world, I have some guys I've been working with in the diaspora community, and we are getting together, lots of men, and we're going home to Haiti to enter this fight. We're going together, and so if you're a diaspora and you're a leader and you're not a fucking pussy and you got some heart and you want your country back, you want to go back to Haiti, you want your kids to see your homeland, join with us. You know where to find me. I'm not hard to find. You all can find me. You want to be involved with it? Come
Zika,
talk to me.
we
But I'm
can
saying
feel...
this, Valerio, the oligarchs, the politicians,
Ok. Nous comprenons et nous sentis énervement. We can feel it, and of course, I mean,
Valerio, they made me cry. They ripped my heart out, my trip.
I understand you. I understand you. Well, the Haitian people they've been crying in Haiti. Trust me. Even us in the diaspora, we've been crying, and we're tired. That's actually what the expression of Bwa Kale is becoming now. We are tired. We are really tired, and we got